Hello. Welcome to the place where your decisions are not always your own. And today, we will talk about something almost everyone struggles with, but very few people truly understand. Today, we will talk about procrastination. Not the simple version of it, but the real psychological reason why you delay things, even when you want success more than anything else. Let's start with a simple truth. You are not lazy. And you are not unmotivated. Because if you were truly lazy, you wouldn't feel guilty about wasting time. You wouldn't think about your future, and you wouldn't feel that pressure inside you every time you delay something important. So if it's not laziness, then what is it? There was a young man named Daniel. From the outside, his life looked normal. He had goals. He had dreams. He even had a clear idea of what he wanted to become. But there was one problem. He kept delaying everything. Studying, later. Working on his goals, later. Starting his project, later. And somehow, later never came. Every night, Daniel would sit in his room and think, tomorrow I will start. And every morning something strange happened. He would wake up and repeat the same cycle. Phone, scrolling, videos, distraction, and then guilt. But Daniel didn't understand something important. Procrastination is not a time problem. It is an emotional problem. One day, after another wasted afternoon, Daniel finally stopped and asked himself, why am I doing this? And for the first time, he didn't answer quickly. He stayed silent. Because deep down, he already knew the answer. He was avoiding discomfort, not work, not effort, but discomfort. Because every important task carries a feeling, uncertainty, fear of failure, fear of not being good enough, fear of wasting time. And the brain does something very interesting here. It chooses short-term comfort over long-term reward, every single time. Daniel realized something painful. When he avoided work, he didn't feel better. He just felt better for a moment. And then, worse later. But his brain didn't care about later. It only cared about now. That night, something strange happened. Daniel was lying in bed when a thought hit him. What if procrastination is not the problem, but the symptom? He couldn't sleep after that. The next day, he started observing himself. Every time he wanted to do something important, he felt resistance, a strange emotional weight, and immediately his mind searched for escape. Phone, entertainment, anything easier. And then he discovered the truth. His brain was protecting him, not from work, but from emotional discomfort. Because starting something important means risking failure. And failure hurts, even if it hasn't happened yet. But here is the irony. Avoiding discomfort now creates more discomfort later. Daniel started seeing a pattern. Avoid work leads to temporary relief. Temporary relief leads to wasted time. Wasted time leads to guilt. Guilt leads to more stress. More stress leads to more avoidance. A cycle, a loop, a trap. And that's when he understood something powerful. Procrastination is not a sign that you don't care. It is a sign that you care, but fear the outcome. So Daniel tried something different. Instead of asking, how do I feel motivated? He asked, what am I avoiding feeling right now? And the answer changed everything. Because most of the time, you are not avoiding work. You are avoiding the fear of not doing it perfectly, the fear of starting and failing, the discomfort of being a beginner, the pressure of expectations, and your brain chooses distraction because distraction feels safe. But safety is not progress. Comfort is not growth. And delay is not rest. It is escape. Daniel slowly started changing one small thing. Instead of waiting for motivation, he started accepting discomfort. He told himself, I don't need to feel ready. I just need to start. And something surprising happened. Once he started, the fear got smaller, not because it disappeared, but because action weakens fear. And now let's come back to you, because this is not just Daniel's story. This is your psychology too. Every time you delay something important, your mind is not stopping you. It is protecting you. But sometimes, protection becomes limitation. So the next time you feel the urge to procrastinate, don't ask, how do I escape this? Ask, what am I feeling right now that I don't want to face? Because that is where the truth is. And remember this, you don't need perfect motivation. You don't need perfect timing. You don't need to feel ready. You just need to begin, even if it's uncomfortable, especially if it's uncomfortable. And maybe now you understand. Procrastination was never about time. It was always about fear. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel for more content like this.